Hi guys, welcome back to AFTV. Welcome back to the build-up. You alright there, Cecil?
I'm not great. It's not looking good. Ben White, just heard of.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that straight in. How are you all, guys?
How is
welcome back to AFTV.
Welcome back to the build-up.
This is a very different tone to the build-up last week, where we were all.
Were we buzzing?
We were, I think, new set, new kind of like, new season, new hope. No one had played. You think since we lost to Brentford, I've seen all our rivals, whoever they are now, I've seen all our rivals go and smack teams up, and then this week go and smack teams up because we've been either end of it. So I've seen everyone go do the business twice. Yeah, and now it's down to us.
Am I confident about that? Not really. Like we just opened with, Ben White's supposedly out. That's been confirmed. He's going to be out for the game.
That is the breaking news.
We had 8 players out before that, so make that 9 now. It's not looking great, and I'm worried. I'm very much worried. I'm very much worried for the game, and obviously, It's really sad because I spoke with fans this week on Arteta fans. I had a little conversation with them, and a lot of them have travelled really far from America. They've come down. A lot of people gone to the game. There's a lot of tickets available for this game against Chelsea, due to, I guess, fans not wanting to go watch Arsenal right now, and I don't blame them. I can't believe how many seats were available.
It's a really fascinating one. It's a really fascinating one. Even kind of in our darkest times, and you could say that is now, but we've had some bad times over the last 5-10 years, when the Emirates has kind of been empty. It's never been first game of the season. I remember Liverpool. I went to Arsenal Liverpool. Was it start of the 16-17 season? I think we had Rob Holding making his debut with Callum Chambers at centre back. It was Jurgen Klopp. They just spent 30 mil on Mane, and they were you felt that they were going to go places. They came to the Emirates and they beat us 4-3. But the uproar after, because obviously it was another season we'd gone in, unprepared, losing the opening day of the season, all that, very comparable to this one. But people still turned up to the game. So it's a really interesting dynamic, this one. I'll be interested to see how the Emirates is, and we obviously will see it on TV from here, but a load of people are going to be there.
Yeah.
Be interested to get their thoughts after.
Everyone watching, I will be heading down to the Emirates Stadium in about 30 minutes. Towards the end of the show, I'm gonna go check. There is a planned protest, which I think is justifiable as well. I know it's our first game back at the Emirates of the season, but there was a small protest against Brighton on the last game of the season last year. I'm gonna be honest, I was disappointed with the numbers, but hey, I'm glad that people are still trying to rally behind each other and push that same message that we want the owners out. So I'm going to be going to see if there is a big turnout. I'll be reporting back for you guys. And I hope there is. I really hope there is fans there, because I feel like I get disappointed with the fan base at times, in the sense that if it's raining, numbers are small. The energy from when we played Everton before that game, the numbers were massive, and it was unbelievable actually, how many people were behind it. But I actually think there was a lot of factors due to we hadn't been out in a long time. I think people were using it as an excuse to get out. Was obviously in lockdown at the time. And it was a nice day. I think a lot of people use it as a day out, but I guess it just felt different to the many other protests we've been to. They haven't been as strong as that one, so I'm hoping today that is going to be very strong. But like Robbie said,
well, let's see.
Yeah, like Robbie said, he hasn't heard much about it. I don't know if you've even heard much about
today's one. I knew it was happening, but no, I've not heard too much about it. So I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, you and Turkish, I think, will kind of be reporting what's going on. So we'll see. Speaking of fans, though. You did a bit of
Ask the fans. We will cut to a clip. Actually, let's cut to the clip now. Let's cut to the clip and hear what the fans have to say ahead of this week's game.
I'm excited actually, because I was trying to, first of all, when they started talking about, Buendia before, and then there were rumors about Aouar, and then now we're talking about Odegaard. But for me, I think Odegaard, Aouar, or Maddison, I'm not too. I don't care which one we get, as long as we get somebody in that position. Right. We really needed that position to be filled, and for me, I think everybody who's been I've been reading on social media a lot about, a lot of people have their opinions, strong opinions against, they want someone better than Odegaard. They want someone better than whoever. But I think for me, Odegaard already had his foot in the door. Correct. So yes, I mean, he's here now. let's get behind him. And a lot of all these young players are young, and we need them to. We have to be patient with them,
100%.
And I know everybody's in a rush. They want to win. They want to win all the time. But at this point in time, we just need
To rebuild.
to rebuild.
Yeah.
And now we have all the young squad. Let's get all behind them, so that at least when they go into the stadium, they feel good about they're not tensed up, and they need to perform.
Yeah.
And the only way they can perform is if we all rally behind them and give them our full support instead of bashing them on social media all the time.
Yeah.
Let them feel comfortable when they get in the stadium. We want them to, give us all the surprises we need. And this year, like tomorrow, I want to see a surprise, and the only way is if we rally behind those kids. Let them grow into the game. Let them grow into the season, and let them get better. We might not get anything out of the season, but I think it might be a step forward.
Yeah.
Let them learn. Give them time. Let them learn, and I'm sure they'll deliver.
Yeah, a little bit nervous, obviously. Come up with my son today for tomorrow's game, so just hoping we can get a point. Really, realistically, after the first game. It was pretty brutal. I just hope the fans, now that we're all back in the stadium, that we can all get behind the team and just show our support really, and hopefully we can get something from the game.
That is important, that we all get behind the players, especially the young players that are obviously going to probably play tomorrow, because we have so many players out. It's important that we all get behind them. So do you think that's definitely key, what we need to do tomorrow as a fan base?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we should just get behind the players, win, lose or draw. And let's see some exciting football. Hopefully we've got Aubameyang's hopefully back in the squad. We're going to have some some of the players kind of coming through, and like you say, we've got some really exciting young talent, Saka and so on. Let's get behind them, and hopefully it's a good game for us.
So there you have it. That was some.
You said you cut some clips. Did you just upload the whole of Ask the Fans? Did you?
Hey. There was some good talk in there, yeah? I had to just make sure they're heard. If you check the comments of Arts the Fans, they've got a lot of people who are agreeing with what was said from those two people.
That's true.
Yeah, we've got to let it hear. And I just saw a comment here saying, is this Arts the Fans video? Because they probably tuned in and thought, well, I've already watched this video. What the hell's going on? That was just a clip.
This is Cecil trying to kill time.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
This is Cecil going, I've got nothing to talk about.
When he said clips playing, I was like, see you later.
Yeah. And now here's a clip from Tactical Insight from a year ago. Enjoy this.
No, but for real, honestly, what they were saying is full sense. And I started the show speaking about the fans that I spoke with in the week, and I'm conflicted, and I'm going to speak with Turkish about this probably in his fan cam today, and the fact that there's such a majority of the fan base that want to pay for tickets, go watch the team, buy the merch, do all of that. They want to support. There's fans that haven't been connected as lucky as we have been and been so close to the club, and they're just saying rally behind the teams, like rally behind the players. And he was saying, even if we win, draw or lose, like I'm still going to be there in full voice, full support. And that's where sometimes it's not that it gets difficult, but there's a lot of things from Arsenal that I'm very negative about, because it's only right to be negative. We can't be happy about things. The loss against Brentford. Like things like that. The transfer window, yes, we spent the most, so it is kind of positive, but is Arteta going to get the best out of the players that have come in? We still want other signings. We still need more signings.
Yeah. The thing about getting behind the players, getting behind the team, is that it's spot on. Like, of course we have to. Like, every fan turning up today shouldn't be going there ready to boo, ready to, fuel negativity and almost be kind of turning up like, already I'm pissed off and I'm going to make it be known.
Yeah.
Full time for me is the time to do that. Okay. Because there's a game of football to play. You get there for me, I think, and everyone's different. There's a protest before. That's a time to let people know how you're feeling.
Yep.
That's if you agree, if you want to go, if you don't, whatever. Then in the game for me, you're urging the players on. And sometimes you've got to get on their back to get them going. But that in a way is still kind of support. But then, at the end, when the result, seems, with 5 minutes to go and you're 2-0 down or whatever, or it's full time and you've lost, or you're disappointed with the performance, you let them know how you feel. That's what I think. But you've got to support the team when you're there. But the Arsenal fans are good at that, in my opinion. No?
Yeah, no, I agree. We went to the last game of the season against Brighton. There was a protest outside. We went in and everyone was fully
But in there, they were behind the team. We just
right.
finished 8th and had the most disastrous season.
Yeah.
But everyone's behind the team because when you're there, you get behind it.
So you think I'm just going to say, so there's no really excuse for the players to say, it doesn't feel like the fans are supporting us. Do you think?
No, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. I don't think they would say that, to be fair. Yeah, but it's interesting, and it's always interesting kind of seeing what fans are thinking when they're turning up for games, and they're kind of like, it's almost like so I didn't catch his name, forgive me, but it was a really interesting interview, and I think him saying he almost had it like in his head, I want to go and really support the boys. Like usually it's kind of just I'm struggling to find the words. Like, it's kind of an automatic response. Like, of course, I'm going to go there and support and cheer and whatever. But it felt like he was kind of consciously saying, like, no, kind of they really need it. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so he's not going to be one of those fans. That
it's been negative all week. It's been really tricky the last couple of years. I consciously know that they need our support right now.
Yeah, because when I go to a game, I'll sit there and analyse the game and watch the game. I'm not going to be there, especially on the back of what we've seen so far from Arsenal, going there full voice from the get-go, from the first whistle, singing, chanting and all of that. I'm more, okay, I'll applaud good play, I'll applaud if we're doing well, but if I'm not happy, I'll make it known. And I think that's fair. I think as fans, we have a right to do that. And I think this is at times we get conflicted.
Everyone's different, man.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, we are.
Everyone's different.
There's a load of fans, and that's what we represent. Let's move on.
I want to chat about Arteta, funnily enough.
I don't know how the comments are going to be. Comment section.
Thinking outside the box here.
Here we go. All right, let's go into Arteta.
Normally I come with my graphics and stats or whatever, and I typically use them to make a point. I don't really think I'm trying to make a point today. I just think it's quite interesting to kind of look back at the last 2 years and actually look back at Arsenal for the last 6 years, really, and discuss this whole situation. As we mentioned, there's a protest today. I've just got some stuff here where we're going to talk about Arteta being backed by the Cronkies, because I think this summer he has been, personally.
Would you say he's been backed previously as well, though? I know you said just this summer, but
maybe not properly, but this summer I'd say he is being backed. Yes, this summer. I've got a couple of things here that I just wanted to read out as kind of problems Arteta's faced since he arrived at the club. Ooh. No. But this isn't because, as I said, he's been heavily backed. But just a couple of things that I've just sort of, when I was writing it, I thought, this is incredible.
I don't know how I'm gonna react to this one. All right, go on.
All right, well, so some of them, they were kind of, he knew of them as he arrived, so it's not a surprise. I'm just seeing Man United losing to Southampton. Wow. The fact that he had a mid-season start, he knew that. Obviously, he took the job in that time. He knew what was going on. A bloated squad, like.
Fair.
A lot of players, a big rebuild job, players on higher wages than they should be on, that kind of stuff. But he kind of knew of all that when he took on the job.
Yeah.
High expectations,
and he won a trophy with that bloated squad.
Right. So, but he knew of all that. Okay. Just a couple other things. The complete turnaround behind the scenes in staff with Huss Fahmy, Raul Sanyehi leaving, the new guy, Richard Garlick coming in, him coming in as a coach, first team coach, becoming manager. I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, there was also changes. What was I going to say? Yeah, the coach, set piece coaches as well.
Set piece coach coming in.
Not making excuses, but we're just
but it's just something to talk about. The pandemic, having COVID himself, the mole in the team, and then the reason I mentioned
the pandemic
hit everyone.
Yeah, right.
But when you're new to a club, and you're trying to instill your philosophy, your way of running a team, your everything, and then within 4 months of that, you're hit by a pandemic where you don't get any close contact with your players for 2 months?
That happened for other managers. Oh no, not at the time.
Not in the league. Arteta was the only one, as far as I'm aware. I can't think of anyone else who had to deal with that.
Okay.
But whatever, again, that's not. It's just context. But the reason I brought this all up was he's going to go into this game now without Gabriel, Ben White,
this is fair,
Thomas Partey, Lacazette, and most likely Aubameyang,
and Martin Odegaard as well, because he hasn't got his
right. Yes, yeah. So that's pretty mental. Like, he should not be doing as badly as he's done with the Europa League, with finishing 8th. Obviously, I don't put that first season on him, but last season was very much on him. There's definitely a lot of it goes on him. But oh my God, those are pretty tough circumstances, don't you think?
They are, James. They are.
Like, that is quite
for
wild.
me, I don't know what it is. I can't excuse it for last week's performance against Brentford. I don't know why. And you're right. A lot of those factors do account to what we saw against Brentford last week. But it's unexcusable losing 2-0 to a side that, regardless of all those players being out, we should have got the job done. And the only way I can explain it is, yesterday I was lucky enough to go watch Palace versus Brentford. I went, got invited, and I went down and watched it. And I'm going to be honest, Brentford were abysmal. So were Palace, and obviously I'm saying that there may be rival fans in here being like, that they beat you. Cool. But they couldn't string more than 7 passes together. It was very sloppy. I kept sitting there thinking, how did we lose to this? It might be because of the first game, Brentford.
But we said this in the week, didn't we? And on Tactical Insight, Graham and I. But I know we talked about it on News Daily. Brentford weren't brilliant. No. Well, we didn't come away from it going, but Brentford, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't like a masterclass of good football.
No, they were very smart. That's all. They were smart and efficient.
Yeah.
And we were terrible.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That I have these excuses for, not excuse for Arteta. It's not the wrong thing to say, but these unfortunate circumstances for Arteta, I can't really be happy with. I can't say, yeah, I'm with you on that, because again, Brentford, I think that's the team you want to play, and we should have got a result regardless of the players that were out. Today, I agree.
Yeah,
the odds are massively stacked against him. I'm actually surprised the game's still going on, because I heard they were potentially going to cancel it because of how many people have COVID. I understand. Wow. Yeah, I heard that this morning. So I understand that, James. I fully understand. Today, if we don't get a result, I'm not expecting a result. I'm not coming here gassed like, I was driving here today, the air was good, the music was bouncing, we're going to win. Yeah. Normally, sometimes I get that feeling. Yeah. I have nothing, none of that. Absolutely.
We normally hear you driving in.
Right.
Oh, Cecil's arrived.
Today, I was just like, I'm coming here. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I think people could have seen that as well in the build-up show. Sorry, the News Daily show I did with Lewis, a Chelsea fan from Chelsea Fan TV.
Yeah.
You could see I was sat in my chair. My energy was low. I wasn't really in the mood, because I don't expect much from this game, and that's the honest truth. I'm surprised to see fans that say, I know we beat them in the last 3 games. Some of them hold on to that and say, come on, Cecil, there is a hope that we're going to get a win. But honestly, I'm not feeling it today. So, and those things that are stacked against him.
Feeling good?
Those odds that are stacked against him, I think, are justifiable.
Listen,
but that's not an excuse.
It's a mountain. It's a mountain. Yeah,
but is it an excuse after the game to say, we just can't blame the manager today? I think that's fair.
You can want Arteta out. You can think he's not good enough. You can expect that the Arsenal team go out and work hard and give it their all and at least make it uncomfortable for Chelsea. Providing we don't get smacked up. Like, I think it's pretty, what's the word, audacious to blame Arteta. But it depends how it goes.
Yeah, it depends on
no team should lose 3-4, 5-0.
No, but
I still expect us to go out and be competitive.
Right,
but like I really, this is the least hopeful I felt going into a game for a long time.
Same.
Because of how many players are missing.
Same, and I'm going to read some super chats in a second, but just on that, the players have to be up for it. As a manager, you have to get the players up for it. We did not see that against Brentford. This is the first home game back at the Emirates. This is the first game. Yeah. Right, they have to be up for it. There's fans in the stadium. Yes, granted, there's not as many as, it's not a full stadium today because people aren't buying the tickets, but they have to be up for it. That's your job. That's your job as a manager. That's all I want to see, a bit of fight, and I haven't seen that in a while.
I think we will get that, to be fair. Do you want to take a few super chats while we just get a
big up
graphic ready?
Big up Suresh in the comments. He's a regular. Yeah. He says, before Arsenal Football Club do pass, it just went. Bear with me. Here we go. Do pass left to Tierney, pray to God Kroenke and AFC did the signings before the CFC game. Classic PR move. But Arsenal Football Club as a fan base is the best in the world, and we love all of our players. And
I do think we've got the Arsenal fan base gets a lot of criticism online. It also gets a lot of people always fishing for the Arsenal fans to bite. I think we've got an amazing fan base. Yeah, online's online, but I think generally we've got an amazing fan base, and I'm sure the Emirates, whoever does turn up, I'm sure it will be buzzing. I really am. Another super chat.
Yep, another one here. So Sayart10 says, do you guys think we'll get anyone in by the end of August?
I asked this on Twitter. I asked whether there'd be
I do.
Lee Judges has just walked in and
behind
he's
the camera,
giving us all the support in the world from behind the scenes. Thanks, Lee.
Cheers, Lee.
Are you going to the game today?
I am, yeah.
Oh, thank God. So he won't be in the building. What was I talking about? Sorry,
players coming in. Do you think you asked this on
Yes,
Twitter?
I asked
Right.
on Twitter. A lot of people are expecting at least one more.
I'm expecting one more, personally. Will that change much in my thoughts on do I still want the owners out? No, I still want them out, but I believe there will be one more signing. And we could say we've been spoiled if that's the case. 129 million spent already, that's still a lot. And if we get another signing in, we probably will end the transfer window as, the highest amount of money spent in this window, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go into a graphic.
I've got one more little super chat here from Shreshy's back. Not buying it, James. We could have bought Awar and Sabitzer early in the season. I do agree with that. And got Saliba back. Retained Matt Ryan. We left it too late. Arteta new fixtures. That's one thing I wanted to say as well. Saliba would have been perfect. That we got rid of him on loan. We put him on loan, and this is the game where he was struggling. Yeah, he would have come in.
Yeah,
that's a mistake. That's a massive mistake.
I agree with that. I do think that's really disappointing. Let's go into a graphic now. Cecil's done with the comments. Any more?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, good. I wanted to chat about some of the money being spent at Arsenal at the moment. Let's just have a look at this graphic here, where I basically looked at what Wenger spent in his final 2 years at Arsenal. Emery spent in his final his only 2 years. Well, he was kind of there a year and a half, but 2 summer windows. And Arteta, who's coming close to 2 years now. Wenger, 208 mil spent on 10 players. Obviously, that includes Lacazette, that includes Aubameyang. The Sanchez swap with Mkhitaryan was part of that as well. Unai Emery, 216 mil spent. David Luiz, Kieran Tierney, Nicolas Pepe, William Saliba. That's 12 players came in. Socrates, Lucas Torreira, Guendouzi.
There's a mixed bag. There's a mixed bag in there of good quality and not good enough quality. But yeah, mixed bag.
It was a real mixed bag. And Arteta, 208 mil as well on 11 players. There was a narrative kind of before that Arteta hadn't been backed, and I was kind of saying that. I was saying I want to see our owners properly back him, and I think he has been. There's also a narrative going around that he's been now backed more than anyone else had before. Kinda, but that's not strictly true. I think the thing with Emery was he came out and said that he wanted Wilfried Zaha, he got Pepe. You know, he wanted players. He wanted Harry Maguire. He wanted Thomas Partey.
Is that not the same with Arteta though, James? We wanted Buendia, we didn't get him. We got Odegaard back. There was rumours that we wanted Maddison. We didn't get him. We obviously got Odegaard back.
It's a really good point. That might be true.
Yeah,
that might be true.
You know what? There's a lot of arguments to this as well. Okay, yeah, people can. I think he's been backed in a sense that Arteta spent 208 million
this summer. He has,
and it's a COVID. If we're going to give excuses, it's a COVID season, and financially, owners are struggling, clubs are struggling. With that amount of money that he's
ours,
had,
apparently.
Yeah, exactly, not ours. That amount of money he's had on players, I think you can say he's been backed. He's fully been backed, and that actually puts more pressure on him. Because I'm now judging you as a manager. This may not be the first choice players you wanted, but you've got players to work with. You're supposed to be a good coach.
Ultimately, he's a manager and he works on recruitment with their due, so he sanctioned a lot of these.
Well, there you go.
This isn't like Unai Emery, who was kind of like, I want this guy. Well, we can give you him. You know, Arteta's part of this now. You know, Arteta is part of the negotiation, part of the, you know, the figuring out where funds go. So, yeah. But I just thought it was interesting looking at that. You know, the narrative is now sort of becoming. It's gone from one end, which is Arteta hasn't been backed, to he's now been more backed than anyone. Listen, I think it's somewhere down the middle. He's definitely been backed this summer at least.
Yeah.
You know, but Arsenal spent a lot of money, and you know, someone needs to take control of our recruitment situation and figure out whether, you know, that's 600 million in the last 6 years.
It's a lot.
So where's it going?
It's true. And do you think it's unfair then to say Arteta out? Because now he's been backed. Is it unfair to just say get him out now, or do you want to see him prove that he can make the team and the players that he's brought in work? It's a tough question. I'm gonna. Do you know what?
Listen, if you survive that Villarreal semi-final, the manner in which we lost, and survive finishing 8th, I don't think you've got the wiggle room to ask for that bit more time. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
have
that
to
makes
get it
sense.
right
That's fair.
because you're already on borrowed time.
Yeah, you're on
So
thin ice,
yeah,
basically, yeah.
it's interesting. But anyway,
interesting.
let's chat about more cheery kind of stuff because we've kind of we look at.
I was going to say Danger Man or something. No, what's the cheery stuff?
And a bit that's coming. Don't worry.
cool.
You've had your like 25 minutes of Ask the Fans. And we're gonna talk about tactical pad stuff.
Oh, we're going to
pad
get to the stats. Okay, quickly, let me
All
read
that.
this
Yep.
super chat. Cyrus Bezjan says, the problem with Arteta is simple. He's not bad. He's just very inexperienced. Every mistake problem has come from that.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I was.
Sorry. So he's saying that Arteta's not bad. He's just inexperienced, and every mistake and problem has come from his lack of experience. But then
Yeah, but then
I don't know if I disagree. I think
but
I
a lot of
disagree with
people say like, fine, but he shouldn't be doing work experience here at Arsenal. But
that's the answer.
that's
Right.
the answer.
Let's get into this because I want to head over and see the protest.
Oh
And-
yeah,
and
you've
so-
got to go. We're gonna get Charlene to finish the show. We're swapping energy with energy. It's going to be good.
Come on.
You see, I'm sapping all the energy right now.
No, you're not. Come on, I'm excited to see what you're gonna have on this graphic. Let's get into the tactical pad
Yes,
stuff.
we're going to just quickly talk about Chelsea. We obviously did the double on them last season.
Beat
I
them
don't
in the
know
cup.
how, and they won the Champions League. Imagine that. This is the 3-4-3 they played last week against Crystal Palace. Beat them 3-0, comfortable win. I expect to see a few changes. I think.
Oh wow, bro, can you see?
Yeah,
We're in the.
yeah.
Sorry, I know people are watching right now. I shouldn't.
Like
do this. This
like
is so
all
unprofessional.
great professional media teams.
Bro, this looks sick.
Yeah, I know. Let's just get on with it because we got stuff to do. But yeah, anyway.
Big up production.
Right.
Bro, this is.
We're really
Alright, carry on.
professional,
I'm gonna
aren't
watch
we?
the show.
Just a quick one. I'm just curious to see whether we're going to go for a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-3 today. We went with a 3-4-3 at Stamford Bridge. Look at you typing away. Like, are you all right?
I'm commenting.
You're comment. Right. I'm interested to see whether we're going to go to a 3-4-3 and match them like we did at Stamford Bridge towards. Well, it's only like 3-4 months ago. Towards the end of last season. We've got the tactical pad here. Chelsea, I think Kante's going to come in. I think Lukaku will start. But this was, and we know Mason Mount's got Mason Mount.
Pulisic has got COVID.
Pulisic has COVID, so he won't be playing. Obviously, we wish him well. I hope he's all right as well as we do our players. But yeah, I just kind of want to ask you. You went to a 3-4-3 when you did your 11. I wanted to see whether you're kind of standing by that, what people are saying in the comment section. You've got here, Victor says a 3-4-2-1, yeah, which is basically a 3-4-3, and how that could potentially look. I mean, I'm just kind of on the spot going to play around with it while you kind of tell me what you're thinking.
Tough. People in the comments, let me know how you think is best to set up today, because on top of that, I did go for the 3-4-3. I think we should match them, and I think that was our best chance of getting a result, and it's a little bit more defensive. But now knowing Ben White's out, I'm struggling. I mean, what's that mean? Mari, Holding has to go in. Boy, who else we got? Mari, Holding. Who else we got at the back? Is that kind of what we're left with? I know you can play Tierney there, but that's not what. I mean, again, we're looking very.
I'm playing around with it here.
Very weak, very limited.
I think one of the things Arteta might want to do, having lost pretty much his spine with Partey, Gabriel, White, Aubameyang, Lacazette all out, I think he might want to revert to a back three just to tighten it up and almost just add a bit more of like a core, just something for Chelsea to really have to play through. We did it last time with Saka as the right wing back. I mean, you could do that. I've got Cedric there, but we could pull him out and put Saka in. Here he is.
Saka has to feature today.
Nuno Tavares could get his first start. What's going to be really interesting about this, though, is whether he thinks, with the players I've got missing, I'm not going to be able to play the kind of football, trying to play through Chelsea the way I maybe tried to in the Mind Series game, for example, when Partey was playing, Lacazette was playing, Aubameyang was playing, Ben White came on in the second half. So I think that's going to be interesting. I can see him basically wanting quite a tight back three there, with Holding, Mari and Tierney probably, and I don't see who else could possibly play. As I said, it could be Saka right wing back, it could be Cedric, it could be Chambers, it could be anyone.
I probably would have put Cedric in there, put Saka on the right. Do you know what? You know, everyone says I have an agenda against Pepe, but playing Pepe up front, we might see that today.
I think we might see it today, but it's going to be really interesting, and I think he's going to want to just keep it tight, just there, just like. They play with wing backs, so they stretch the pitch. I think he's going to want that back three. The more I thought about it, I said I'd go for a back four, but the more I think about it and actually talking it through with you here, I think he might go to the back three today.
Yeah, I think he will as well.
I think the injuries will force him into that.
I think that's the smart thing to do. Personally, I'll be quite surprised if he doesn't go with that. I think you got to play to what you have. You got to play to your strengths of what you have. And I think
sometimes you got to take a step back and just acknowledge and go, we've been shafted here.
Right. Right.
We need to do something different.
And he did that in the cup finals, in the FA Cup final, and I think that's what it works for him. I think that's when I thought, Arteta, we've got something here in Arteta, and he did try it, I think, at the start of the season, and it worked for through the first games, but then kind of collapsed. But I think he should go back to that sort of style, just play with what he has, work with what he's got, and that's the best thing he should do, is put three at the back.
In fairness, another thing he could do if he really wanted to tighten up the core is bring in, let's say you take out Smith Rowe, which would be mad, but he might want to. I mean, let's face it, this is going to be tough today. You bring in El Neni, and you basically play Martinelli and Pepe up front as a front two, and then you've got your wing backs. So we'll see. But anyway.
Right, I'm going to quickly just read a super chat, because someone just bigged you up and said, James, love your analysis. What is the software app that you're using?
Oh, thank you. It's called Tactical Pad.
Yeah, Tactical Pad. See, and everyone, someone comments saying, Cecil, grow up, stop being childish, be mature, because of my reaction to how amazing the tech. It's the first time I've seen that. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Big up Brennan and Jason, everyone in the back who've put it all together.
Yeah,
so,
class.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to quickly move on to my section. I'm going to have to do it quick because I want to get
quick
down
danger
to
man, yeah?
Yeah, quick old danger man. Here we go. Can we please bring up the man himself on the ball? Actually, I shouldn't even say that because it's not even our player, but the man himself, my danger man for today. Why I quickly do this off the cuff. Boom. Romelu Lukaku. Here we go. Perfect. Danger Man is Romelu Lukaku.
I really, really hate it,
I really love it. So, we have to agree to disagree. Right, we're going to go through just some of his stats at the previous clubs that he's been at. Starting with Everton, he got 25 goals and 6 assists. Many years ago, I think that was the 2016-17 season, the last season that he was there. All of these stats that are on the board for you today are the stats of Romelu Lukaku's last season at the chosen club. So, for Everton, that year he was second runner-up goal scorer, against to Harry Kane. So
yeah, man. Listen, Lukaku scores goals wherever he goes. He's always scored goals.
He's a bagsman. He's someone we should be fearing for this game.
Even at United, I don't think he was as bad as kind of history tends to remember him at Man United. Like the kind of the feeling is he flopped there. Listen, it didn't go as well as he wanted, but I don't think he flopped.
Do you know what? A lot of fans were saying, I'm going to go to his goals here. For Man United, he only got 12 goals and 0 assists. And for me, at the time, I think he focused on... I think this happens a lot with players as well. It's happened to players I've spoken with, is they realise their strength, or they get told their strength by a club. So Lukaku got told, look, you're big, strong, physical, work on that. And that's when he got really big, really physical, but it was actually a detriment to his game. It didn't make his game any better. I think it made it worse. It slowed him down. He didn't know how to use that weight and use the strength that he had. So, and he also said when he come back,
it's a good point because it happens in sport that especially in the UK, there's this feeling of hit the gym, get big. Yep. As you can tell, I don't go to the gym, but there's this kind of feeling of like, you got to get strong, you got to bulk up, and players have got worse because of that. Yep. I remember Jack Wilshere when he broke into the team. He was slight and small, but it was perfect. He used to glide around the pitch. Yep. And when he came back and he had the injury, so he was off for a year, and he came back a lot stockier. He was probably a stronger player, but I don't think he was a better player for it. So it's interesting.
No, I think that's what he suffered from. Lukaku was just being told what his strength is, and then he overdone it. And he also said, obviously, now he said in an interview, now he's returned back to Chelsea, said, listen, the English media pretty much done me dirty, and I'm coming to prove a point. Basically prove how much I've changed since when you last saw me. Quickly finishing off, Inter Milan, he got 24 goals last season, 11 assists. Yeah, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I'm worried about him today. Yeah. I think he's going to actually have a really good career at Chelsea. It's a shame we didn't get him, but hey, it is what it is.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me.
You're off. Are you leaving me?
I'm going. All
right. Charlene's coming in, and we are going to show you AFTV VIP, as always. On the app. If you've not got the app, go download it. Go to aftv.mobi, add it to your home screen, sign up. It's great fun. All sorts of exclusive content. Charlene's in the building.
Woo, woo, woo.
How are you?
I'm good.
Is this your build-up debut?
It is.
Oh,
Thank you for
welcome.
having me on, James.
Well, we've only
I'm
got you
so
for about
excited to
5
be
minutes
here.
or so, but thank you
It
for
all
jumping on
counts.
there.
It's an appearance, ain't it?
It is. So thank you for joining. You did the stream this morning. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. I was really nervous actually, James.
Why?
I've just got butterflies. I haven't felt like this in a while, but I've got
Oh.
so much butterflies. Normally I'm so positive and excited about the game.
Yeah.
But today I just feel a bit different.
We were here. I mean, you've been in the background watching the show, and Cecil and I have been saying that we kind of. Oh, sorry. Just being spoken to by production in the background while I'm talking. So we were just chatting, me and Cecil, saying, like, this is the first time I've gone in with kind of genuinely no hope. Like normally it's, at least we're at home, the fans, and you never know, we might pull something out, but. With the injuries and everything, it's been so difficult. Like been so difficult to see like where the game might be won. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. We're gonna go through AFTV VIP, me and you together. We're gonna sort of build a starting 11 and show you that in a bit. But first thing we're gonna do is touch on Top Squad. The videos were going around on social media. Have you picked your team yet?
I haven't yet picked my team, no.
Oh, actually, because the 11s aren't out.
Yes.
The 11s will be coming out shortly. So yeah, Top Squad. Basically, invest in players, see their values go up and down as the game goes on. We'll be doing this throughout the game. Come play with us, man. It's on the app. It's great fun. Any players that you kind of know already you'll be investing in?
I want to invest. Do you know what? I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to invest
You're not gonna
purely
invest in-
on Arsenal.
Oh no! Are you going to invest in Chelsea players?
Well,
that's the thing with the
I'm
game.
a bit competitive.
That's the
so-
thing with the game, that because you can invest in Chelsea players, like or the opposition players, you've got that horrible, like you're watching Arsenal play terribly, lose, and you're thinking, I think it's going to be the other team that get me some points here. But yeah, got to detach your emotions.
That's
from
the
it
only
for 5
time I'll
minutes.
be a little bit neutral.
Yes, fair enough.
I know you do the same, James.
To be
Finishing
fair,
number one.
I finished second in the Brentford game last week, and I had pretty much all my money on. Well, not money, my in-game money, because you don't bet your own money. That's important to know. I had them all on Arsenal players.
Really?
Well, because you think we had a lot of the game, like we had a lot of the ball, we just weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah.
So we were racking up points, and yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So do join us to play Top Squad. It's here on the AFTV VIP app. We'll be playing it throughout the watch along, the starting 11, all that. Once the 11 comes out, you can basically invest in your players, and we'll be seeing if Chelsea are lining up with Romelu Lukaku. And I feel like people playing that game. Listen, if you like AFTV but you're not an Arsenal fan, you're probably going to enjoy it, and you can put all your money on Lukaku. Let's just quickly have a little look at the starting 11 app as well. Do go do this on AFTV VIP. Tag us, send us your 11s. Let us know what you would do, because this is such an interesting one. With all the injuries now, what on earth are we going to do? Let's just really quickly get your 11 before we cut for the starting 11 show that we're coming up on AFTV VIP. Go on, what's your formation? What's your starting 11? What are we going to see?
Oh, all right. Let's go for. I was thinking, should we go for a 3-4-3 or will Arteta stick with a 4-2-3-1?
This is what we were just chatting about, Cecil and I. Will he match him 3-4-3 again? I feel like he's going to be forced into it.
Likewise.
But this is you. This is your team. What are we doing?
Oh, all right. Let's go. Let's go for a 3-4-3.
Let's go for a 3-4-3. There it is. In goal, Leno, I imagine.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
back
how do
three.
you know I'm not going to say Ramsdale?
Oh my God,
No, I'm
Ramsdale.
joking. Yeah. But let's keep Leno in goal.
Yeah.
Let's go for Holding, Mari, and Tierney.
Holding, Mary, where on earth is he? Yeah. And Tierney. Yep.
Saka.
Saka's the right wing back.
Yep.
Nice. Yep.
Lokonga and Xhaka.
Where is Lukonga?
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Well done. Xhaka. Why am I finding this? You can tell we've had a few months off, can't you? Left wing back.
Tavares.
Oh, you're starting Tavares.
Now our front three.
Oh,
I
what's the
did
front
see
three?
Aubameyang put out a post on Instagram saying
Okay.
back out there like he's ready. So Oba, I'm
Is he in?
hoping he's fit. Let's put him through the middle.
Put him through the middle, right and left.
Right hand side. Oh,
Pepe, surely.
Pepe.
Where is he? Nicholas Pepe, yeah. And on the left, Smith Rowe or Martinelli. That's the choice you've given yourself.
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe.
I'm so
There you go.
nervous. Look at me.
There you go. That's your
Charlene's 11.
That is Charlene's 11, guys. Go build your own on the app. Tag us on social media. Let us know what your 11 would be. We're going to find out in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes what the 11 actually is. Oh my God, I'm nervous. It's
So
coming
am I.
up.
I've got butterflies.
Go get our instant reaction and build up to that on AFTV right here. Stream starts in 5 minutes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well,
It's
it was a really lengthy appearance, but we'll get you on for a bit longer
sweet.
next time. And do check out our social channels. A few people are going to the protest, so we'll be letting you know what's going on there as well. Guys, thank you. I know it's not been the most positive, but let's hope Arsenal can turn that around for us and see. Catch you later.